episode with me, Tiffany Hinton, and today we're going to talk about singing bowls and do a sound bath for you on the podcast. Hello, it's Tiffany, and welcome back to Cultivating God's, a podcast where we discuss gardening, homesteading, gut health, and following our intuition. Today's episode is all about following our intuition. I'm going to take you on a journey as I decided to go after and pursue a sound therapy, sound healing certification. And I'm super excited to be back with you guys. I know it's been a few weeks since there's been a new podcast released. I am letting them come with intuition. So when I feel called to do a podcast, that's when we drop a new podcast. Most of them come with downloads from the universe, messages for you. There is no forced podcast this year. There's no like pre-schedule, have to do it on this date because it has to be this topic. It is very much a guided by God podcast on intuition and different topics. So with that being said, like I said, I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I'm also excited that we are just had somebody run through the camera, as you saw. That's Josie. So I'll chat with her in just a minute. But we're shooting the podcast from our house today, and I'm got the singing bowls all set up because during the podcast, after I explain some stuff, I actually want you to relax and enjoy a sound bath. And so we'll talk all about that. If you're brand new to the podcast, welcome to Cultivating Guts. You'll find several episodes back in the archives. You can go back and listen to things about Celtic festivals, pagan holidays, gardening, when to plant, gardening with the moon cycle, several interviews from different health experts in the industry and gardeners in the industry. Super fun topics out there. So I encourage you to look in the past episodes for something that might call to you. If you're over on YouTube, hello, welcome. We have video, which is super cool. And my biggest ask and favor is if you would like and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform. That is how more people are able to find it. Or even if you want to send them a link after you've listened to it today and you're like, hey, just listen to this. It's amazing. You can always use the share button in any of the platforms, even on YouTube, and share the podcast with your friends or someone you know who will really like it and enjoy it. So with that, guys, thank you. I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm super grateful for all our amazing listeners over the last 2 years. Podcast is almost 2 years old, and we're going to head right into the show. Welcome back to Cultivating Guts. I am excited to be sharing with you. So the journey of how did I end up with sound healing and wanting to pursue a certification in sound healing, it's truly a story, and it is a journey. I'm trying to think back. Pre-pandemic, 2018, I think, 2018 approximately. I had met a new friend, a new business acquaintance at a couple of different networking events, and she was certified in meditation. And she would host, because of her connections, meditations and events on the sky deck at the Sears Tower, the Willis Tower, Sears Tower to me. So after they would close, she would rent it, and she would have private events up there. And you're talking, right, like 92nd floor or whatever it is, 91st floor. And you can see the whole city at night and all the lights, but you can't hear any of the traffic. It's like so beautiful. And so there was one of her events where she was doing a guided meditation, and she'd asked me to be an MC, and there was a lady doing a sound bath. And that was probably my first deep dive into a sound bath that was just like, oh my gosh, I need more. It felt so good. It felt amazing. I walked away from it just in this place of bliss, right? Just in this like, oh, it just is so awesome. And after that, I had been to a few other sound baths. 2020, yeah, it was 2021, the fall of 21. All of my dates, it's so crazy how everything just gets lost in time. I went out to Joshua Tree, which many of you know or have heard of, and I went to the Elevate the Globe retreat at Joshua Tree, and they had a gong bath, and then they had another bath, a sound bath that was done, and it was another like just amazing experience. And so when I say an amazing experience, there is science with how the sounds interact with the brainwave patterns and how they can interact with the spinal fluid of your spinal column and kind of have a healing power or a relaxation, right? And depending on how much you open up to absorb the frequency and the wave of the sound into your body, into your blood, into your spinal fluid, and just be open to it and allow your mind to silence itself, you can go on a journey during a sound bath. You could dream, you could become very relaxed. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so that was kind of the start. And then last fall, I went. There's little birds out my window right now, little finches. I went uh, to Colorado, right? We went out to Breckenridge with a retreat, again, a women's retreat. We hiked, we did all sorts of amazing stuff. And one of the ladies there, Stephanie, and me connected over like our journey of sound healing and how we'd experienced in our lives and just like the amazing blessing it had been. And she was talking about how she had found a lady that teaches how to become a sound healer, certifies you so that you can practice on other people, you can practice with other groups. And she's like, I'm going to send you the information. We can go to California. We can make this happen. And then, as many of you know, we went into like a second lockdown. It did not happen. So I was in the New Moon Circle recently over the summer, and it just downloaded again. Third time. And as many of us know, the universe will give us whispers. Some people call them whispers from God, nudges, right? And it only does it so many times, and then it takes it away. Whether it's an idea of writing a book, or it gives you an idea for a business or a product that you could produce, and all of a sudden you didn't do anything about it, and you see it later in the market. It's because it needs to come to earth. It needs to come into reality, and you didn't act on it. So God gave that to somebody else. So this was the third time that I had felt this whisper of, you've got to do sound healing. And I was like, all right, I got to research this. It's got to happen. Third time I've been tapped on the shoulder. Hello, wake up. Telling you again, go do this thing. So I had started doing some research, and I had found an online sound healing certification, and that international, and they were going to be in Sedona. And I was looking at potentially flying out to Sedona, Arizona, and signing up for the course and going and making it happen. And a friend of mine, I told her at the New Moon Circle, I was like, so one of my New Moon wishes, we don't always share the wishes, but I was like, it's to finish and get this sound healing certification and this therapy license to add to my multiple other licenses I have. And it's not just because I'm a constant learner, but I feel in my heart that bringing this relaxation, allowing people to find a connection back to Mother Earth through sound. Because part of a sound bath is where you lay on a yoga mat or you lay on the ground and you allow your body to just sink into the earth as you listen. And you allow the waves of the earth. Some people will call those the Schumann resonance or different things, but the waves of the earth, the waves of the ocean, to just be absorbed back into your body. That state of nature that gets disrupted with radio and different frequencies and EMF, and there's all these different disruptions. Even stress can disrupt that natural wave, that natural frequency of the body. And when our body is in its natural frequency, we have the ability to heal faster. We have the ability to sleep better, to just be more in tune, have more intuition available to us, more discernment, just because we're in that natural flow and that frequency of the earth. And so for me, being able to bring sound healing to the New Moon Circle, to a different Celtic pagan festivals. Like I'm getting ready to host Samhain at my house, and last year we did Yule. Being able to bring sound healing into those communities, those small intimate circles, allows my little circle of people, right? My container of people that I work with on a regular basis to be in the wave of the earth, to be in the frequency of the earth, to allow them to receive more manifestations, to receive more information, to be able to discern better. And so that's why one of the reasons that I'm called to sound healing. It also it's so magical. And so I wanted to bring that today to the podcast for you to experience. There is science, right? Just like there's photons in the light in the atoms, there are phons in the sound. And many of us know that if you you may have seen this on TikTok or somewhere else or on Instagram, if you put salt or sand on a frame drum and then you put frequency under the frame drum, it will create a pattern based on the sound frequency. Or if you drop a pebble in water, you'll have these circles that kind of go out in the pattern of the water. That same thing happens with sound. So when you play an instrument like a Himalayan bowl or a singing bowl, a crystal quartz bowl, or a drum, that sound frequency again radiates out in a circular pattern, and it allows our bodies to absorb the frequency. Through the podcast, I'm going to tell you the best thing to do is put in headphones. If you've got noise canceling headphones, earbuds, that's even better. Lay down, relax. If you can't lay down, just kind of put your feet on the ground, ground yourself down, and relax, because that is going to be the best way. If you want to listen to this multiple times, just save it, tag it somewhere, text yourself the link so you can click on it again. You might even want to listen to it while you're laying in bed. That's another great option, is just because you're relaxed, you've got a blanket, you're comfortable. And if you're ever interested in coming to a live sound bath that I'm doing, we'll have lots of opportunities available. So you can always just message us or send us a message online, and I can let you know what's coming up when and next. I want you to hopefully take a pause if you haven't. Get to where you're comfortable, where you're super, super comfortable. Whether, again, that's laying down or you're sitting with your feet flat on the ground, okay? And we're going to just kind of start to relax ourselves. So take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out your mouth. We're going to do that again. And as you breathe out your mouth, let go of any stress or anything that's bothering you, anything that you just need to let go of. And if you need to make a little noise as you release, it is okay. So go ahead, breathe in and let it out. Okay, let's do that again. Breathe in through the nose and let it out. Okay. And you can just relax your face, relax your legs, just relax, close your eyes. a deep breath in and let it out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrist. Take another deep breath and let it out. Stretch your arms overhead and begin to flutter your eyes and come back. Sat Nam. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share with me what your favorite part was and share when you're going to try this ritual. When you actually try the relaxation, to put in the headphones, to put in the earbuds, and to listen to the sound bath. I would love to hear how you feel. Does it bring anything to mind? Did it change anything in your energetic being? If you have any questions at all, ask me. I'm here for you, and I'm excited to see all your benefits. And if you would like to experience a sound healing of your own or an actual sound therapy session, please message me and we can try to get you on the schedule, or I can let you know when we're doing a live group, a sound bath or sound healing. If you love this episode, remember, share it with your friends, anyone who you think it might love to hear it, to learn more. Feel free to, shoot them the link. To get my newest book, our free biodynamic gardening guide, you can go to our website, www.cultivatingguts.com. It's right there at the top. You can click on it. You put in an email address. I email you the free ebook. It's actually a perfect time to get the ebook because it's about biodynamic gardening. And there was a whole episode I did recently around preparing for winter and all the things you should do in order to have set yourself up for a wonderful growing season next year using biodynamic practices. So you can go back, I think it's 2 episodes back. But if you're interested in how to heal Mother Earth through gardening practices, through lawn care, it's a perfect book to start with, our brand new free ebook on biodynamic gardening. So you can get that on our website, www.cultivatingguts.com. I have 2 events that are upcoming in the next 2 weeks. So the first one is our Samhain celebration. So if you are Chicago local and you would love to celebrate Samhain with a community, we're going to do a whole episode on Samhain, so that'll be coming up too as well. Reach out to me and I'll let you know if we have space available. It's a private event. And then the other event is also a private invite only, but you are part of my community. So in November 5th, which, yes, that is Daylight Savings Day, I am partnering with Jessica Judge Schult in Glenview, Illinois. She is a Pilates instructor along with a reformer coach and a Reiki healer. And we're partnering and doing a fall event, which will include a 20-minute sound bath, a full Pilates class, and I'm going to lead a meditation for release, guiding and letting you let go of stuff coming off of the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, right? We just had a solar eclipse. We're going to have a lunar eclipse, to release what no longer needs to be there and to set yourself up so you're ready to plan for 2024. And in doing that, if you're interested in that event, I have 2 spaces left. So ideally you message, text, or email me immediately. So hold your spot there. And that is on November 5th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Glenview, Illinois. So north suburbs of Chicago. So would love to see you there if you want to pick up one of those last 2 spots. So with that, guys, thank you for joining the podcast. If you need any information, you want to schedule a garden consult, get yourself set up for spring, reach out. Our gardening masterclass is all online. You can find everything you need. It's www.cultivatingguts.com. Satnam, love you guys.